All right, hey everybody, welcome back to the eBay shop. My name's Corey.
I'm Jason.
And we are Grams and Pops Vintage, and today we're going to talk about eBay sellers losing their minds.
It has been chaos the last, not quite week.
It's been about 2 weeks.
No, since it dropped, I don't.
The announcement.
Is it?
Yeah.
Because I just noticed
We're
like
going to
last
talk
week.
about something you're hearing a lot about on YouTube right now, which is the January 13th update. But we have a different take on it, where a lot of people are panicking and I guess just completely losing their crap about it. We actually see opportunity in it, but we also see something that I think
a lot of people missed.
Yeah, we haven't heard much about it out there. I think we're seeing it from a different perspective, and I think we're seeing a part of it that is even worse than what they're telling you about the attribution of it. So we're going to dig into some of that as we go. But we do have...
before you say that, I will tell you, I only know this much about it. Corey actually went through and read the entire policy.
We did dig into
change. So I will put in my 2 cents where it's worth.
Oh, so you're saying it's going to be a lot of Corey talk?
No, I'll add comments, but I didn't read the policy, so I don't know. I just know from what I've been hearing and everything, so...
Okay, so that's kind of what we're going to get into, and stay tuned because we do have, I mean, there is a piece to it that I think is way worse than what people are seeing. So we do have a bunch of stuff that needs to go out.
We do.
So let's get into what's the first thing sold.
The first one, this is going to be all me talking. There, I'll make it equal.
I like that.
So we sold this. I'll just put it up here and then I'll tell you about it. It is a lot of Littlest Pet Shop. It was a huge lot, so over 215 pet figures. It was a mixed lot of the minis, the micros, the regular, everything, and accessories. And it sold for $130. And it's going to California to some little girl for her birthday.
Yeah, that was actually a lot of all of our individual listed ones that were $3, $4, $5 listings. We just bundled everything up into one big lot.
That was all of my Littlest Pet Shop. I currently don't think I have any more.
We made so much money on Littlest Pet Shop selling individual ones. So it was good to see the last of them go. All right, next we have this big Holiday Lane thing. It's a giant box, fiber optic Christmas village.
Okay, so this is a Holiday Lane fiber optic Christmas village. It illuminates, it is tested. The little Santa Claus on the top goes around and around. And that was part of our estate sale buyout. And it sold for $60.
Nice. And it's in its own box, so I should be able
to... And its own styrofoam.
Should be able to pack around it. I just got to find a box to wrap it in and should be good.
Yep.
All right, so what are the new rules? If you haven't heard about them, basically the new rule that everybody's kind of panicked about is that they're taking the eBay promoted listings, which we use all the time. We promote all of our products on eBay. We don't use the pay-per-click side. We use the eBay promoted listings, which is promoting it on eBay. And they're taking that and changing the attribution model, meaning it used to be if someone clicked on your promoted listing and bought, you paid the percent you're promoting at. If they found your listing organically, you didn't pay anything for it when they bought. So I looked this morning and it looks like between 30 and 40% of our sales are through promoted listings. And with this new change, basically the way we're reading it is if you promote with this new change, it's pretty much going to be 90 to 100% of your sales are going to be through promoted listings.
The only thing on ours that will not be is anything over $100. Because we don't promote anything over $100. So that will, and a lot of it less than that. I mean, if you think about the percentage that you're paying on it, I don't think it's huge.
And that in itself is bad enough. But the reason it's going to 90 or 100% is because they're saying if one person clicks your ad and they don't buy the product, but then a completely unrelated person finds your ad, maybe I just send them a link to my product to go buy it, you're still going to get charged promoted because somebody at some point in the last 30 days clicked on that ad. So it's absolutely crooked. It's dirty.
It is. But the other thing on it too that is a big thing that everybody should know as well is it has to be promoted at the time of the click.
Right.
And it has to be promoted at the time of the sale. So if you promoted it and somebody clicked on it on January 13th, but you took your promotions off a week later, so the 20th, and somebody buys it on the 24th, you're not paying the promotion fee.
Yeah. When I first saw the drop and I read the policy, it sounded a lot to me like it was just a pure money grab. Like they could have just as well said your fees are going up an extra 4%.
I don't think anybody would have. I mean, people would have complained as well, but it wouldn't have been so bad because the fee is to everybody.
Yeah, essentially that's what's happening, and that's kind of how we looked at it in the beginning. Was okay, our fees are going up whatever percent we promote at. If we promote at 4%, we now pay 4% higher fees.
Yep.
I don't like that. My gut instinct is F you eBay. This is dirty. But at the same time, 4%'s not that much. We're not going to stop doing eBay because of 4%.
I've seen a lot of people doing TikToks and Instagram shorts and stuff saying that they're serving eBay divorce papers because of this.
Yeah, well, I heard Brad say it on the
Oh,
Thursday.
that's right. They're not exclusive anymore.
Yeah, he said if eBay, if his relationship to eBay was like a marriage, they're now in an open relationship. He's looking, not to say he's leaving tomorrow, but if something better comes along, he's in an open relationship. I don't have that loyalty to eBay. Now, I couldn't compare it like that because I don't have that loyalty to eBay. If something came along better than eBay tomorrow, I would be there. That's business. You kind of have to be.
Yep.
But we just wanted to acknowledge that part. That's the part that most people are saying, I'm quitting eBay or I'm never promoting again. Like there's a lot of panic about that piece. And I think that piece is the least of it. I really think that piece is not the part they should be. Yes, you should be mad about that because it's dirty. But I don't think that's the bigger picture. No.
But like I said, a lot of people have already shut off their ads. And I know there's people who have said stuff about shutting off their ads and it affecting their sales. So there's going to be a lot of people if that's true, which I don't know if it is because we do. We've done that before.
We've had ads off. We've had ads on. We went through a progression of turning ads up to see where.
Yep.
Like we've done the typical things to find out how high can we promote before it's diminishing returns. Like we've been through that over 4 years. So we kind of know where to promote and what to promote.
So I don't know how it's affecting everybody. If you did, I guess my curiosity is if you did shut off your ads, just cold turkey, I'm shutting off my ads. How did it affect your sales?
eBay spanks you immediately.
Right? That's what I'm curious. That's why I said,
it takes about a month for eBay to kind of readjust and be like, okay, you can come out of timeout. But yeah, they spank you immediately. So if you're going to do that, start lowering your ads now a few percent a week.
Yep. And don't, because you're in fourth quarter. Fourth quarter is supposed to be hopping. And if you shut off your ads right now because of all of this that's going on, your fourth quarter is going to be pretty crappy.
Oh, fun fact. Even if you're going to start shutting your ads off and you want to opt out of this new raised fee, 30 days prior to January 13th, if you get ads and then it sells after January 15th, that's when their new attribution model starts, is January 13th. Mm-hmm. But 30 days prior, they're turning on the new attribution model. So if somebody clicks on December 20th and then they buy it on January 14th, you still pay the ad even if that person didn't click on your ad. Yep. So they're going to apply the new attribution model starting 30 days before January 13th. They'll start actually digging in your pockets after January 13th, if that makes sense.
Yep.
So
but only if you have it advertised on January.
Yeah, obviously, if you have it advertised on January. So, all right, so what sold next?
We sold Billy Pepper. Corey's looking around like, who's Billy Pepper?
I was looking for a pepper. I had no idea this was the guy. This is Billy Pepper.
Yes, this is vintage 1986 Billy Pepper, tuxedo old friend's grandpa. He has a 30-inch doll. I got him on CT bids along with another doll, but he sold for $49.99 for a creepy old doll.
He's literally sitting on the table next to me, and I had to ask Teresa, what the hell's a Billy Pepper? Because I had no idea what that was supposed to be.
That was funny.
All right, the next thing here is just this. It's a little helicopter. He's teeny tiny. Mm-hmm. Well, he's not too tiny. He's like a 4-inch helicopter, 3-inch. So what's that?
That is a Corgi 2002 Fighting Machine Bell UH-1 Huey Iroquois die-cast Vietnam helicopter. It came out of our Star Wars buy, and it sold for $29.99 for that little itty-bitty helicopter.
All right, so what is our plan with the new changes? I don't know what it, like for me, I'm
not panicked about it because
I'm never panicked about the changes they made.
No, it's not. And here's the deal that Corey and I have had conversations a lot about promoted for people who say promoting is dumb, promoting is this, promoting is that, whatever. We came from a background
of marketing.
Well, he has a marketing knowledge. I don't. But our prior business that we had, you couldn't play unless you marketed.
No, you wouldn't make any sales.
You wouldn't. And so the fees, the amount that we were paying to advertise was this big. The amount of eBay's promotions is this big.
Yeah, I mean, we were paying close to 30% on our 20 to 30% of whatever the products were just in promotions. Mm-hmm. And it was pay-per-click, whether they sold or not. Yep. You were paying that marketing. We just had to really dive in and figure out how to make it profitable and make it work for us. But without the marketing, it wasn't profitable at all. Mm-mm. On eBay, we have discovered their marketing is way less effective.
Yep.
It's way less effective, but without the on-site promotion, we do notice a noticeable difference. I mean, it's substantial.
Yes.
So we do get more sales, and it does end up in more net profit at the end when we are promoting, and we move items faster.
And I'm gonna say it probably. I don't want it to sound bitchy, but the more people that drop out of promoted listings, the better opportunities we have. Is that right? Like,
Yeah, and I think it's true across. I had to think about what you were saying. I think that's true across the board. If you think about it, if there's 10 iPhones for sale, there's a lot more than that, but just say there's 10 iPhones for sale and 10 people are promoting their iPhones. All 10 of them are likely to get a piece of that pie.
Yep.
Now, if 3 of them drop out, 7 people are going to get a piece of the pie, and 3 more people can either move in, or those other 7 can sell more product. They'll sell more iPhones. The 3 people not promoting, they may sell their stuff. It will just take a lot longer. They'll sell a lot less of them. In the time it takes them to sell one iPhone, the 7 who stayed in and marketed are going to sell 5, 6, 8, 10 iPhones.
Yep.
Now, if you're selling one-off products and you only have one of those, that doesn't matter so much if in this example, but across the board, you're still going to move more. You're going to have a much higher velocity of sales with marketing than you will without. Period. Like, end of story. You absolutely will. It helps, and you will sell more stuff quicker. That's just the way it is.
Yep.
But in this case, I really don't. I'm a contrarian by nature. I really am. If somebody says
he likes to argue, that's pretty much what he says.
It's not. I absolutely hate arguing. But if somebody says, "Hey, look up, there's a baseball coming in the sky," I tend to look down and figure out what they're trying to get me not to look at on the ground. Sometimes that means I get hit in the head with a baseball. Sometimes that means I find the $5 that they dropped and didn't want me to see. So I tend to look at things from a very contrarian view. And that usually works in business. When everybody's panicking, if you stay calm, or if everybody's just saying this is no big deal, ignore it, look into it.
Corey would be looking into it.
I'd be looking into it. So being a little bit contrarian actually helps you a lot in business, because this is, when everybody's hair is on fire over this right now, we had to step back and look at it and read the details and dig through it and find the opportunity in the dumpster fire that it is. And there is opportunity here. We do plan to capitalize on this. So we are going to keep our ads on.
Yeah, and the other thing that I think everybody's doing right now is they're not thinking about it. They're just seeing it as eBay's taking more of my money. I don't want them to have more of my money, so I'm going to shut it off. It is true, but I don't think they're thinking about how that actually affects their business.
Yeah, I would have a much better feeling. eBay don't watch our videos, but if anybody from eBay is watching this video in the future, I would have felt a lot better if eBay just said, "Hey, we're upping our fees by 4%. Take it or leave it. We don't care how you feel about it."
Yep.
That would have been a much better message than, "We're going to promote your ads for you if you opt in, but we're going to charge you whether it's being sold unpromoted or not." That's just dirty and dishonest and horrible, and I agree with everybody. But we're taking a little different tact when it comes to how to handle it, because I do think there's opportunity here. But that's still not the biggest problem. There's one big, large, looming thing that I haven't really heard anybody talk about.
I haven't either.
That's way worse than what we're talking about here. Like, way worse. And I think people are missing, they're burying the lead here.
Yep.
So we're going to get into that. So hang on just one second. We do have some more stuff.
We sold something Corey listed.
Well, we sell stuff I list all the time.
So we got a whole huge lot of drawer pulls.
Yeah, these vintage and
latches.
Brass brass drawer pulls.
Pretty sure you have those upside down.
They might be upside down.
There you go.
Yeah.
This is Corey's title, just so you know. A pair of antique brass ornate drawer pulls, Victorian Rococo style, 2 5/8 inch hardware. But these came out of our lot and they sold for $28.
Yep. And we've sold quite a few of them. I got to list more. We have them.
4 things already,
Yep.
I think.
And I haven't listed that many, but you can't run those through List Easier. So I'm building the listings through AI, just manually, and then doing a lot of copy paste. So it takes a little while to list them, but they're good listings and they're selling quick. All right, the next thing we got is another Star Wars cover, or another Star Wars book without the dust cover.
It's not dust cover, remember?
The sleeve.
Yeah, the book sleeve.
The book
We're going to call it
sleeve?
a book sleeve. We don't remember what y'all said.
We got
because
this
we're
wrong
old.
before. I think it's a book sleeve or a dust cover. It's not the dust cover.
It's not the dust cover. Dust covers are typically paper.
We're going to get yelled at by booksellers.
It is a
again.
book sleeve.
There's a cardboard sleeve that goes over this.
Yes.
This doesn't have it.
This is Star Wars Episode 1, The Phantom Menace Limited Edition. It is a signed hardcover book.
It is signed.
And this one, because it doesn't have the book sleeve, sold for $34.99. Is that one going international too? Nope, that one's not going international.
All right, so what's worse than the pay-per-click change? The attribution model.
What's worse than the
than the promoted listing change.
Promoted listing change.
The attribution model is a straight up slap in the face from eBay. It's them saying, we don't care what your opinion is, and we're going to come in and rob you, and you just have to be okay with it because it's our platform. I agree. Horrible. Also not panicked about it because it creates opportunity for us.
Yep.
But the thing they're doing that's even worse than that is they are now making the pay-per-click model their premium promoted ads where you pay per click to promote on and off site.
And just so everybody knows, if you don't know what pay-per-click is you get charged every time somebody clicks on your ad.
You do, regardless of if they buy or not.
Yep, correct. So if somebody clicks, so for the one, if somebody clicks on it once, who cares? But for pay-per-click, if you get 50 clicks and they charge you 10 cents per click, that's $5.
Even if it hasn't sold.
Even if it didn't sell, that's $5 they're charging you.
Which, to be clear, pay-per-click is the model I'm from. I don't mind pay-per-click.
If you have the same item that you're paying
There
for.
are places to use pay-per-click and there's places to not use pay-per-click. If you're an everything seller that's selling one-off stuff, pay-per-click is insane.
No, I would never do pay-per-click for one-offs.
No, it's insane. But if we were selling like
if we had lots and lots of boxes of our Star Wars stuff.
Right, if we had like one of our $100 Star Wars pieces, but we had 50 of them, pay-per-click all day long.
Yep.
Because I'm going to sell those quickly at a good price, and that ad's going to make money. But that's not the point. The pay-per-click, they are trying to push everybody into a pay-per-click model. And I think a lot of people miss that. And by that, I mean, they're taking the top, like if I'm on promoted listings right now on eBay, just the on-site ones, I could show up in the top spots. If I'm paying the highest percentage to promote online,
currently.
I show up first. They are taking those top spots and they're giving them to pay-per-click exclusive, meaning if you're promoting online, even at 20%, you can't get the top spots. And a lot of people are going to say, well, big deal. I show up third, fourth, fifth, whatever. That is a way bigger deal than you think. And it's not just guessing or a gut feeling. Coming from marketing, the very first spot on a Google placement ad is going to take 2 to 3 times the amount of clicks and sales as the second spot. And the third spot is just progressively down from there. So that top spot it's so important, and I don't think people understand that.
Isn't that the same way with the buy box? Like when you're talking Amazon, the buy box, you want to be in the buy box.
Yeah, if you get the buy box on Amazon, you're going to make you can make 2,000 sales as compared to the next guy on the list making 20 sales a month.
Yep.
So it's a huge difference if they take away those premium placements. I know we've talked about this before, and we've talked with other resellers about this. People think when people come on eBay, they search for something, they sort by the cheapest, they bargain shop. That does happen. Those people are out there. Those are not your ideal customer. Just be very clear, that's not the customer you want if you have a choice. Most customers that come on that have disposable income and they just want to find the item, they want the least friction possible. So they put in their search, the first item that matches their search that meets their requirements, they click on it and they buy it. They're not shopping the next 6 in a row to find out is one of these 50 cents cheaper. They don't care.
I am not your ideal customer then.
No.
Because I sort by lowest price first. I look, and that's the other thing too, is I look at your pictures, and if you're advertising and you're doing the pay-per-click, even if you have shitty pictures, somebody's probably going to click on it and buy it.
Well, and I'm not making this stuff up. Like, you can argue with me about it if you want to, but go on Google and search what's the difference in click-through rate and conversion rate of the number 1 ad spot on Google versus the number 2 and the number 3. It's a 2 to 3 time drop per thing. So if there's 1,000 sales, that number 1 spot's taking 500 of them. The number 2 spot's taking about 250. The number 3 spot's taking maybe 75 to 100 of them, and on down the list.
Yep.
Like, it's a proven thing. It's not something we're guessing at. So by eBay saying these premium spots, the ones that actually sell, we're reserving those exclusively for pay-per-click customers. That takes the people that are promoting on site and takes the most valuable on-site spots away. You no longer have access to them. That's insane to me. And I think what that means is they're trying to get into the billion-dollar industry of pay-per-click advertising and be like a Google when it comes to that, because it's a multi-billion-dollar industry, and they're trying to force people to the pay-per-click model.
But the pay-per-click model doesn't work for one-off sellers. Like, if you're an everything seller,
it can work for the everything seller. It actually technically can work for the one-off sellers. It's more difficult. And on eBay, it's impossible. And the reason I say it's impossible is because if I do pay-per-click on Google and people are searching and I'm paying for those clicks, Google then also tells me this is the demographics of the people that clicked on it. This is where they're from. This is how much you paid per click. Are they male or female? Are they from Washington or California? Are they from New York? Are they searching for XYZ or YZX? It gives me all that information so that I can then say, only show my ad to females 35 to 40 that are in Washington, exclude everywhere else, which makes your ad profitable because those are the people that their history shows converted. eBay is so archaic when it comes to their ads and their reporting.
I can't help it.
She's laughing at me over here.
I'm just saying. He's geeking out. Like this is his wheelhouse. He is geeking out.
If you don't provide the data for me to optimize those ads and make them profitable and actually say, no, you're not smarter. I don't want to use AI. I can see that my converting customers they fit in this box. I only want to show it to the customers in this box. If I can't do that, you're not Google. Stop trying to piss on my head and tell me it's raining. This ain't going to work out, eBay. So that is the thing that I think is bigger. I think eBay's trying to force us to pay per click because they're giving away the top of fold ads to pay per click exclusive. You can't get them organic. You can't get them through on-site promoted ads like promotions. The only way to do it is pay per click. So they're giving their top real estate to what they're wanting people to go to. And by doing that, they are going to reduce your sales, even if you still promote on-site, which we will still promote on-site.
Curiosity. If they take away their standard promoted listings and they only offer pay-per-click, are we out?
No.
Okay.
No.
We'll have to have...
We would not be out. There are strategies to make pay-per-click work. Again, without the information and the analytics to match what Google's telling me, it's nearly impossible. But it's not impossible. There are ways. They're just not good ways. Right now, on-site works better.
Yep.
Honestly, if I was going to go to a pay-per-click, I would mirror my eBay store to a Shopify store and I'd run my own ads where I can get the data. That's the only way I would do it. I wouldn't do it through eBay because eBay's back end is garbage. It's a hot, trashy dumpster fire. There is nothing redeemable about it. They should not be charging pay-per-click. When they're taking your pay-per-click money, they're advertising on Google, which means they have the information. You just aren't smart enough to have it according to eBay. That ticks me off.
Please don't have a heart attack. You're like, oh, where's that Macho Man? I need Macho Man.
So maybe our hair's on fire a little bit too, because eBay, this is not good, eBay. This is a bad look. This is horrible. And I see what you're doing, eBay, and I don't like it.
I so want Macho Man. For anybody that doesn't know, on Thursday nights, I record a podcast with three guys. Chris, Buck Mountain Barn, Brad, Black Sheep Society, and Leroy Blood Sweat Cell. And Chris has a meltdown every week. So Brad created a thing with Macho Man Randy Savage that it's epic. If you want to see it, Thursday nights, 6 o'clock Central Standard Time, 7 o'clock whatever time South Carolina is.
Hey, if you want to promote that crap in our videos, you got to pay to click it.
Shut up. But come check it out. It's hilarious. The channel is Buck Mountain.
Yeah. So that's the overall look right now. I'm not seeing what everybody else is seeing. I'm seeing eBay trying to make a gradual push to force you into pay-per-click ads. And rather you opt in or opt out, they're also saying, oh yeah, these top converting spots that you can get no matter how good your listing is, how much you promote, you can't have them anymore unless you're pay-per-click. That's what's actually happening.
Yep.
And that's horrible. So we'll talk about what we're planning to do a little bit, but we still got stuff to get out of here today.
Are you off your soapbox?
I'm off my soapbox. Let's get going.
Okay, so we sold a vintage 54-inch long hickory bow Rolling Wilson, Memphis, Tennessee archery hunting bow.
I don't know how to show this right here. It's a bow. Like it's an actual recurve bow?
We have had this for a little while, but Corey picked it up at a garage sale. He asked the guy how much he wanted for it, and he only wanted $1. $1. But we sold that for $74.99. That should be a fun one to pack because that one.
And it's going to be oversized because there's no way to cut that down below 48 inches. So that's going to be
I hope we don't lose money on that.
Well, I put the measurements in.
You didn't take the pictures. I did.
Oh. Well, I know I measured the other one.
Okay.
All right. So next we have some wrestling figures. I don't even know who these guys are.
That is WWF Jack's Team Extreme, Lita and the Hardy Boys, Jeff and Matt Hardy.
Oh, it's the Hardy Boys.
Action figure set.
Man, I need glasses.
And that sold for $80.
All right, so what do we plan to do in all the shake-up and stuff?
Nothing.
You know, it's funny. I started this video saying, don't panic, keep a level head.
And then his whole last episode, he was panicked.
I apologize. So I'm a contrarian even to myself. All right, so our strategy is, are we moving into pay-per-click ads? No, not currently. We don't have any plans.
We kind of gave details on why. That was one of our things we were supposed to talk about, but that Corey kind of got taken over with our last section. So it's, for us, it's not something that's feasible for
Not
eBay.
right now. It doesn't make sense to do it right now. But we're not stopping our ads, and we're not increasing our ad budget. We're going to leave them right where they are. We spent a lot of time fine-tuning those to find out where they're the most profitable for us.
I love how you say we.
Oh, it's our store.
I know.
But we spent years, literally years, testing different things to find out where they're profitable, where they're not, where they start kind of turning down as far as our net profit at the end. And we've got them set where we want them. I think what's probably going to happen is a lot of people are going to be like giving eBay the bird and saying, we're not advertising.
Well, and it'll kind of be twofold for it, because I think there's a lot of people who are saying we're not advertising, but there's a lot of people who are saying, screw you, eBay, I'm going somewhere else. Which
and I think for the most part, those are going to be very, very small sellers. They just don't want to pay the extra. I think the people quitting eBay there's always somebody saying, I'm quitting eBay. They never quit eBay because there isn't a better place to go right now for the type of thing we do. They may change what they do and go somewhere else. That's fine. But if you're going to do what we do, there is no better place right now than eBay, regardless of their fees. If they added another 10% on, there still isn't another better place right now.
And part of that too, though, is, we do pay up for some things, but a lot of stuff we don't. So we do have the margin.
We do have
available to support it. So,
and I think it's crazy coming to the eBay world from where we came from. We ran a very high selling, high ticket, high dollar business in e-commerce, and if we hit 20% margin net, like that was an amazing month. We usually hang around 15 to 18 is our net margin.
But you also have to look at it from this point of view. Our monthly sales were between $100,000 and $200,000 a month.
Easily. But it doesn't matter. The margin was the margin. We were between 15 and 20% was our margins. On eBay, our margins are so much higher than that. So even if they added another 10%, net margin wise, this is still, we make about as much take home right now as we did and selling what we sell at the rate we sell as we did running a $2 million a year business. Like we still take home about the same amount. That speaks volumes. That means eBay has room to raise those margins if they wanted to, and we just got to get better at the job.
And we're not happy about it. We're not happy about it. But
no, we're never happy about giving up money.
No, but we're not going to panic and. Well, Corey's not. Teresa's not going to panic. Corey's going to panic for a minute.
I'm not going to panic about it, but I am upset about it. I'm not happy about it. I hope eBay watches this video because this is the general sentiment around the community is eBay. This was a fast one and it was a dirty one and it wasn't good. And I agree with that. But we're not going to turn off our ads. We're not going to increase our ad budget. We're going to leave them where they are because I do see opportunity in the chaos. Some people will quit eBay and go to Mercari or wherever they want to go just out of spite because they're not going to put up with that 4%, which is really, when you think about it, it's not that much. I mean, you're paying an extra, 40 cents on $100 or something like that?
$4.
$4 on $100. It's an extra $4 for every $100. It's not that big. So there are going to be some people that quit. There are going to be a lot more people that just say, you know what? I'm not advertising. I'm going to shut it off.
They'll keep playing the game, just not advertising.
So I think that the moral of the story here is you're no longer competing in your promoted listings to be the top of the list and make the most sales.
You're promoting to be second.
You're competing for second place. Absolutely. You're competing for second place, maybe third or fourth. But that's the top you can get with on-site promoting.
And I think also when you take it from this point of view, even if you're advertising, if you have good photos, you have good description, you have good title, you have a good price, you're still going to make those sales. Just make sure you have those things along with your promotion.
I do think people's sales are going to suffer from this because I think a lot of people are going to turn their ads off and whatever. And then when they start putting the pay-per-click ads up top, I do think people's sales are going to suffer. If the people willing to do the pay-per-click ads that's kind of a marketing foundation, is the person that can pay the most and still be profitable is going to be the winner every time, no matter what industry. And those top spots are going to take that, and everybody else is going to suffer a little bit. So I think your ad spend is going to go up. Now, I don't think it is. It's absolutely going to go up. If you promote, your ad spend's going up, and I think your sales will suffer a little bit too. So I think this is going to be a net negative on most people. It's just, if you stop promoting, then your sales are going to suffer even more.
You're going to get spanked.
And I do want to say, F you eBay for doing this right at the beginning of fourth quarter. That was even dirtier.
Corey's going to have a heart attack.
Like the beginning of fourth quarter, you pulled this crap all the time.
They all, I always hear everybody say they can't help but mess with something in fourth quarter.
They can't. And it's a good time to test it because it's when they get the most data.
Yep, the most sales, the most everything.
But they're not testing this. To be clear, they're not testing this. They've tested it in other countries. This is here.
Here's my question. So Corey and I had this conversation, and when we talked about doing this video, one of the questions I want to ask is, do we have anybody that's watching from Australia, UK, wherever it was that they beta tested this in? How did this affect you? Did you stop your advertising? Did it have a huge hit on your overall sales? How did this affect people in these countries that were beta tested on? Because I'm curious. Obviously, eBay thought it was a good thing because they're bringing it to their largest market, which is the US.
I think the biggest effect this is going to have is on people that are buying stuff that's more common. If you list something that has 100 listings on eBay, this is going to hurt you. If you're finding more unique items, maybe there's only 5 or 10 on all of eBay, you're going to be fine. This isn't going to affect you, even if you turn off your ads. So I think if you're finding those unique items, you're going to be okay. The people that are selling more commodity type stuff, if I'm listing a G.I. Joe from 2014 that everybody has and there's 200 listed, this is going to hurt. It's going to be much more difficult to sell that figure than it used to be. And you're going to make less money on it.
Or if you're selling a Star Wars from 1970 something.
Those are not as popular. They're not as common.
Not as common, yes.
Yeah. So, all right, what's sold next?
Okay, we sold some crystals. I bought a whole bunch of these. I have 2 bags of them, but this one is the only bag that sold. There are 25 in it. They're large teardrop crystal glass lamp chandelier prisms. They are about 2 3/4 inches long. I don't know if they can
see that, but it's like chandelier crystals, and they are crystal, I think.
They are.
Yep.
Oh, they are. I had to wash them all.
Very heavy bag of crystal.
But those sold for $30. I think I only had like $5 in both, like the entire thing that I bought. But hey, $5 into 30, $2.50 into 30, I'll take that every day.
All right, this one you're not gonna be able to see, but you'll have to take my word for it. It's a brass light switch cover. There's 2 of them here. That's why they're saran wrapped. Here. And you won't be able to see it here, but
I put a picture up.
I love old brass hardware like this. This is one of my new favorite things.
These are vintage MC Co. 3026 floral ornate gold tone double switch plate covers. So they have the 2 light switches, and there are a set of 2. And those sold for $29.99, and I only had $2.50 in them.
All right. Our closing was supposed to be something about don't react emotionally. I think we blew that.
I think you blew it. I didn't act emotionally at all.
I did react. Well, I didn't react emotionally. You could be emotional in business. You can't make a business decision based on that emotion, and we're not. Yes. We're taking that out of it. We're looking at the facts, and we are doing something that's probably contrary to what a lot of other people are going to do. And it's because we're not making the decision emotionally. That doesn't mean I can't be angry about what the platform's doing.
You can.
You can. You just can't act. I think how well you do in business, I really do think it depends on
how you react to issues that come up.
Yeah, because that's all business is. It's just a firestorm of crap thrown at your face. How you react to that is going to determine if you're successful or not. You can't react emotionally to it. You could be emotionally. Take a minute.
You can be emotionally?
You could be emotional. Which is why you've seen 80 videos on this, and ours is just now coming out. Yep. I wanted time to digest it. I wanted to look at the whole context of it.
Okay, so we've been discussing this kind of. He brought it to my attention the end of last week that we were going to discuss this. So he's been doing his research and watching everybody else's videos that have been putting this out and seeing how they're reacting. And just going from there.
And to be clear, I had my emotional reactions during the last week. Like I got my emotional stuff out of the way, and then I thought about it, and I kind of studied it from that point of view of what are we doing in our business. But I think just making the video might have opened a few of those wounds, apparently.
Yes.
But I do think everything like this, everything that comes at you that gets you emotional, every problem creates an opportunity. Mm-hmm. And I do think the opportunity here is in staying put. Stay with what you're doing. If you're marketing right now, if you're doing promoted listings now, don't play with them. Leave them on. Well, you could do what you want, but this is what we're doing. We're not going to play with them. We're going to leave them on. I think that's going to create opportunity for us in the fourth quarter because a lot of people are going to bail on this.
And I think once January 13th comes around as well, we can reevaluate as it goes to say, okay, I don't think we should be promoting at this rate. I think maybe now that less people are promoting, maybe we go and drop our rate.
We'll have to look at the data.
Yeah, Corey likes the data.
Yeah,
the data.
We'll look at it and we'll see what it tells us. Should we be doing it? Should we get out of it? And be prepared, because I do think eventually that's going to go away and the pay-per-click is going to be the only thing left. I think that's what they're pushing at. They're trying to get everybody on the pay-per-click. Because if you take away the prime real estate and say, really what they did is they took all of us small eBay sellers out of the mall and put us behind it. And all the pay-per-click people are in the mall with prime real estate, and we're in a flea market behind the mall. And that's just crap. That's what they're doing already. That's done. So if you quit advertising, you don't even get to be behind the mall. You got to go to the JCPenney's around the block. Like that ain't...
JCPenney's are all in the mall. There's never a standalone JCPenney's.
What is it? What would it be around the block? You got to go to the old closed Kmart and go behind the building.
You got to go be Walmart back in the corner.
So I think that's how I see it.
I don't really have an opinion, but can I make one
You may.
thing? Okay, so for anybody that doesn't know and anybody that doesn't watch Buck Mountain Barn, Buck Mountain, whatever, I'm going to do another plug.
You already did this.
But I didn't. So we have decided that we are doing a weight loss challenge.
You're doing that.
A reseller weight loss challenge. We call it the Silver Twong Challenge. You got to watch the video to see.
Because Chris can't say tongs.
Yes. So, but it is open to other resellers. It is open to everybody, actually.
We have 9 sponsored spots where you don't have to pay anything. It's $5 to enter.
Yep.
Whoever wins the weight loss challenge gets the pot. But we have 9 spots that are sponsored, which means you don't have to pay. So if you want to get in on it, just get a hold of us, comment on the video. Actually, don't do that.
No,
hit
send
us up
us
on
an
Instagram. Yep, Instagram or email, and let us know you're interested, and we can get you the information. But it's going from now.
It started November 1st, but we're running from November 1st to January 2nd.
Yep.
We are allowing, it's only a couple days after you see this, so we are allowing entries up until Friday, whatever Friday is. I think it's the 7th. It is. It's the 7th because that's our granddaughter's birthday. So hit me up on Instagram. Hit us up on Instagram. Hit us up on Facebook, whichever you choose. And I can give you some more details on it if you're interested. Yep. But
we basically just put everything in a private Facebook group. Yep. So it's just us that sees it.
Yep.
Everybody will weigh in once a week and post a photo of their weigh-in. Not of like a whole body photo, just a scale.
And you have to wear socks.
Wear socks. That's really it. And then we're going by body percentage of weight loss all the way to the end, and the winner takes the pot. So if you're interested in doing something healthy, you could try that.
At the hardest time of the year to be healthy.
Yep. This is not going to be fun for me, but we are giving it a shot. So
we're going to break out the treadmill.
All right. Should we get out of here?
We should. I have lots to pack.
We'll see you guys next week.
Hasta la vista, baby.